In the annals of history, few figures have risen with such meteoric speed and impact as Napoleon Bonaparte. Born in 1769 on the island of Corsica, just months after it became a French territory, Napoleon's journey from a relatively modest background to the pinnacle of European power is a tale of ambition, genius, and the will to shape destiny. Early life and education. Napoleon's journey began in the rugged mountainous landscape of Corsica. Born to Carlo and Letizia Bonaparte, a family of minor nobility but not of significant wealth, young Napoleon was sent to France for education. At the height of only 5 feet 2 inches, he did not make an imposing figure, but his ferocious and violent temperament lead one general at the time to say the little bastard scares me. At the military academy of Brienne-le-Château, he was an outsider, both culturally and socially, among his aristocratic French peers. He was not a ladies' man. Most women, including his wife Josephine, were not attracted to him, as later discovered by the massive number of unopened love letters sent to her while Napoleon was on campaign. Yet it was here that his military acumen began to take shape. His men love him, the secret to his success. He was fearless in battle and could be found fighting among the front line, as his men would refer to him lovingly as their little corporal. Military beginnings and the French Revolution. In 1785, Napoleon graduated from the École Militaire in Paris and entered the French army as a second lieutenant. The French Revolution, which began in 1789, opened doors for rapid advancement for young and ambitious officers like him. He aligned with the Jacobins, a radical faction, and soon made a name for himself with his decisive actions and strategic mind, notably at the Siege of Toulon in 1793, where he was promoted to the rank of brigadier general at the age of 24. Rise through the ranks. Napoleon's Italian campaign in 1796-1797 marked his emergence as a military genius. He led the ragtag French army to a series of stunning victories against the Austrians in Italy, showcasing not just military brilliance, but also skills in diplomacy and governance. His ability to inspire his troops and his innovative strategies rewrote the rules of military engagement. Path to political power. His Egyptian campaign, although less successful militarily, added to his growing legend. Returning to a politically unstable France in 1799, he participated in the coup of 18 Brumaire, overthrowing the Directory and establishing the consulate with himself as first consul, effectively the leader of France. Emperor of the French. In 1804, taking a step further, Napoleon crowned himself Emperor of the French in a lavish ceremony at Notre Dame Cathedral, where he disrespected the Catholic Pope by crowning himself. This act symbolized not just the consolidation of his power, but also a break from traditional monarchy. He was not a king by divine right, but an emperor by personal achievement. Conquest and reform. As emperor, Napoleon embarked on a series of military campaigns across Europe, expanding his empire and spreading the ideals of the French Revolution. His legal reform, the Napoleonic Code, restructured the French legal system and had lasting impacts across Europe and the United States. Napoleonic Code did influence Louisiana law. Some of the principles of Napoleonic law include: all male citizens are equal, primogeniture, hereditary nobility, and class privileges are extinguished. Civilian institutions are emancipated from ecclesiastical control, freedom of person, freedom of contract, inviolability of private property. His administrative and educational reforms modernized France and laid foundations for a contemporary state. Conclusion. Legacy and downfall. Napoleon's downfall began with the disastrous invasion of Russia in 1812. Grande Armée marched into Russia with over 650,000 men and left with less than 50,000. The vast, open, inhabitable land of Russia is why Napoleon lost more than the Russians' battles. Historical note: Hitler in World War II made the same mistake, not learning the mistakes of Napoleon. By 1814, with most of his army destroyed, he was forced to abdicate and was exiled to the island of Elba. He returned for a brief period in 1815 during the 100 days before his final defeat at the Battle of Waterloo. Exiled again, this time to St. Helena, he died in 1821, a remote island in the Pacific over 5,000 miles from Paris. Here Napoleon would die isolated from wife and young son. Napoleon Bonaparte remains a figure of fascination and controversy. His rise from a Corsican outsider to the Emperor of Europe was unprecedented. He was a military genius, a shrewd politician, and an ambitious reformer. His legacy is a complex tapestry of military glory, enlightened reforms, and the ruthless pursuit of power, a legacy that continues to echo through history.